Here is a quarter-by-quarter recap of what was new for 250. We opened on first night with a series of Imagine That game shows for kids. We toured Europe with the Pittsburgh Symphony Ambassador Tour and hosted Ceramics, a national conference of ceramics educators. The Tuskegee Airmen kicked off Reunion 2008, the first of more than 100 reunions to come. We set the world record for wedding vow renewals right here in the Carnegie Music Hall, and we celebrated Mr. Rogers' 80th birthday by wearing sweaters to work. Across 14 counties, 100 community groups got started on their community connections, projects, and programs. Oh, and the Pittsburgh Penguins, bound for the Stanley Cup Finals, wore Pittsburgh 250 patches on their uniforms, and the Pirates sported Pittsburgh 250 patches on opening day. Also in the second quarter, Honorary Chair David McCullough kicked off the History Makers Black Tie Gala, and the History Center published Pittsburgh Born, Pittsburgh Bred. The Carnegie Museums rolled out blockbuster after blockbuster, Bodies, Life on Mars, and Dinosaurs in Their Time with its battling T-Rexes. We swore in more than 250 new citizens, cut the ribbon on Phase 1 of a transformed Point State Park, relived our sports traditions with the Federated Investors Parade of Champions, honored our veterans with the rededication of the Boulevard of the Allies, and published a book commemorating Pennsylvania's Forbes Trail. Then top young athletes from around the world raced the trail on bikes. The American Eagle Outfitters Tour of Pennsylvania, presented by Highmark Healthy High Five. Bedford and Ligonier kicked off their own 250th anniversary celebrations. Now, the second half of the year. The regatta brought back powerboat racing. Pittsburgh hosted the National Transplant Games. Carnegie Mellon's Robotics Institute staged Robot 250, encouraging kids to interact with robots and embrace a future with technology. Robots even turned up in a production of Shakespeare's Cymbeline. The University of Pittsburgh Panthers put Pittsburgh 250 decals on their helmets. Visit Pittsburgh's Reunion 2008 campaign picked up steam with the Jim Smith Society, the American Chamber of Commerce Executives, and the International Parks Conference, the International Women's Forum, and other blue-chip conventions. Global Pittsburgh pitched in with more than 30 events in September. And we celebrated the Great Allegheny Passage, the most accessible Great Trail experience in the world. The Progress Fund cut the ribbon on public art projects in 6 trail towns, a community connections initiative, and hundreds of cyclists joined the PNC Legacy Trail Ride organized by Venture Outdoors. Oh, and the U.S. Congress sent birthday wishes to Pittsburgh, hand-delivered by 100 trailblazers and George Washington on a bike. The fourth quarter kicked off with a blast. Colcom Foundation presents Pittsburgh Celebrates 250, featured a flag ceremony, a flotilla, a party in Point State Park, and Pittsburgh's biggest fireworks show ever. Then we launched the Pittsburgh 250 Festival of Lights, powered by Duquesne Light, lighting the Cathedral of Learning from top to bottom. To complement the Pittsburgh Festival of Firsts, with national and world premieres pretty much every weekend. The Symphony premiered The Good Life, the Pittsburgh Opera is premiering The Grapes of Wrath, and Pittsburgh, a Tradition of Innovation, opens at the History Center this weekend. We wrap it all up over Thanksgiving weekend, capping Pittsburgh's birthday week with a homecoming, featuring the Celebrate the Seasons Parade, a red carpet screening of My Tale of Two Cities, Pittsburgh's homecoming party, and a toast to the 250th right before the kickoff of the Steelers game on Sunday, November 30th. And those are just the highlights. To relive the birthday year and to find out what's still to come, visit ImaginePittsburgh.com.